You see, what kills and impedes the judgment of majority of Nigerians is nostalgia, or something that we will call the primary effect or the primary bias. This is when your brain is programmed to always favor past events, past situations, past scenarios over present happenings. It doesn't matter what is happening in the present, for you, the past is always better. This is what kills Nigerians. You have lots of people who exist in this country today who will tell you how much of a beautiful administration the Goodluck administration was. But this is what we were doing. We were borrowing money just to pay the salaries of our civil servants. So what's so beautiful about that? What's so fantastic about that? If we cannot mobilize resources internally to pay for the salaries of our workers who work in our civil service, that we need to borrow foreign loans to do that, then what hope do we have for our infrastructure? Then you look around and you see the reason why we are having, degraded and infrastructure all over the place that needs upgrade. This is the reason. But today we are borrowing money solely for the reason of upgrading those infrastructures, solely for the reasons of building new ones. And then people are still complaining. People are still complaining because for them, it's always the past over the future. It doesn't matter what is happening in the present, the past is always going to be preferred. There has never been a time in this country where the economy was in safer hands than now. This is a fact, and you can see through the evidence of what we are trying to do. Mobilizing capital, both internally and externally. Building the right infrastructure to see productivity spike. Will I sit here and say we are where we want to be? No, but we are on course. Will you also sit there and say that there has been no progress? You will be dishonest, you'll be disingenuous to say so. Just by the virtue of the rot that we had in the system, in the case of Nigeria, it's always going to get painful before it gets better because of the changes that we need to do. Those changes are never going to be easy. This is a total disruption of the Nigeria's economy. This is the total disruption of the average reality of the average Nigerian. So of course it's going to be painful, but is there or was there any other way? The answer is no. There is no other way. Now you see all of these people who want to take power from Bola Tinubu, all of them now have ideas. Oh, I could have done the same thing, but then I could have done it in a more organized manner, according to Peter Obi. I could have done it in stages, but we did not have the leverage to do that. We did not have the time to do that. There was no time to do anything in stages. Everything had to be done abruptly, just the way it was done. And right now we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. There's a very bright light because we are building the right infrastructure. That's the light. At some point, the infrastructure is going to be complete. We are going to open up new areas to development. We are mobilizing capital internally. We are plugging the leakages. We are bettering our credit rating. So we are going to get more good loans. We're going to raise money internally, and we are just going to go ahead and build more infrastructure. And once we do that, that is going to spike up our trade. And if trade is spiked up, then the economy is going to make more money. The economy is going to be more healthy. That is how you see and you know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. This is not baseless talks. This is facts.